Good afternoon, miss. I'm going to make my presentation about Interview with the Vampire. I'm going to do a little analysis about the movie and the book. And first of all, I want to describe the two main characters of the story. Louis de Pointe du Lac, a young helpless man, generous and kind, he felt guilty by his brother's death. He is written in the book, but in the movie he felt guilty by his daughter and wife's death. He hates life and he wants to die. The stud lion Kurt, a vampire, very sensual and seductive, merciless, unpredictable, the real vampire. I'm going to focus the presentation in the kind of the relationship that Louis and Lestat had, because I think this is the only thing that the movie couldn't capture the story. In general terms, the movie is very faithful to the original story, to the Anne Rice's book. Anne Rice made a very extensive research about what are vampires. So she begins the story with a full building of what are vampires to her, about her research. And she tried to leave behind all myths as garlic and the steak, and tell us a story that breaks with the classic myth of the vampire, like Dracula of Bram Stoker. And the story is tell us in omniscient and first person, because it's an interview, and try to show the vampire as a victim, not only as a victimizer. So the relationship Lestat with Louise had is really hard to explain in the movie. It's really hard to show, because people think they were gay. They are constantly about to kiss, about to hug each other, and it's very very strange. Most of the people when they saw the movie, think they were gay. And actually, while I was doing this presentation, I was looking for some tips about the movie or the book, and I saw a comment about a boy, I think, that says that Lestat and Louis are gay. I think that he was lack of subtlety of read the book, because in the book is well explained this relationship. They are very attracted to each other. I mean, Lestat is the vampire father of Louis. He turns Louis into a vampire. He shows of about the crowd, above the crowd, Louis to be her partner, his life partner. And Louis was constantly struggling with this kind of love about this new life, with this new sensory life, with this new way to perceive the nature, the way he sees things. And in the book, it's described like everything is like it seems to move. Even the things he see very very well. He see very in a very deeply way. So he see things like they were like it would moving or something. And in the movie, it's also explained like that. He was very delighted by this new kind of life, but he was tormented by his past, his brother's death, because he felt guilty by his brother's death. So he's constantly struggling with this. And Lestat was completely the opposite. I mean, if Louis was tormented, Lestat was wonder with this kind of life. He felt that it's a gift, not a curse, and he is a very intensity look and this very gothic aura that surrounds him and surrounds the relationship in general terms. The film was not too popular, People said that it was a girl's story, a teenage story, because it talks about love and everything, but it's not like that. I mean, I think it's a very good story. It's a very good argument. Is uh, you can note the research, the way Anne Rice is right, the way Anne Rice is try to transmit. I mean I make the I compare with Twilight story, and I read New Moon, the second one, I think, and the author didn't like she didn't even care about if you are entertained with he what about what she's telling. And Rice is completely different. I mean, the way she writes is more complex. You have to be very focused on what you're reading and very awake, because if you lost something, you have to read all over again, because you will not understand. I mean, the words, the complexity are very different. Are very very different. I think it's a very good story. The film weren't too popular for this because people think they were gay and everything. Even for that reason, she proposed to change the character of Louise into a woman. She proposed to change the script and make Louise woman, and maybe people will understand better the relationship they had without thinking they were gay, of course. But directors decide to take a challenge and make the original story, and it was very, very good. It is very faithful to the original story. Some kind of changes, maybe because of the time, I think, that the essence of the vampire, Tom Cruise captures totally. Brad Pitt sometimes overreacts a little bit, but she, in general, she captures the essence of Louise too. So the movie was very high budget film, a very big film with very important actors like Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Antonio Banderas, Kirsten Dunst, and everything. It was a very, they were very popular on those times. I think in general terms, it's very faithful to the book. It's very good. The story is very well explained. As I said, it was a very high budget film, and they captured the main essence. The second part of the book, of the saga, is Lestat the Vampire. But in the movie, they make the second part that is a mix between Lestat the Vampire, the second book, and the third book, The Queen of the Dam. I think the movie was quite good, but no, not completely. Not, you can compare with Interview with the Vampire. I mean, it was other thing. The actors were very well chosen and everything. It was directed by Neil Jordan, a very popular director, and I think in general terms is very very faithful to the original story of Anne Rice's book. So in my last slide, I put the link of the movie, of the trailer of the movie, if you want to see. I think you already saw the movie and already read the book, and I think you can understand the thing I'm trying to explain. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Have a nice holiday and see you soon. Goodbye.